This is the brief on Qian's alliances and Chen's counter-strategy in the Pentagonal Alliance Tournament. Okay, so the Pentagonal Alliance Tournament. It's this huge, intense competition, right? Groups are battling it out, racking up points, all fighting for just 8 spots in the finals. Things are seriously heating up now, and you're about to see some big brain power plays unfold. First up, let's talk about our main guy, Chen. His power level, it's just shot up like crazy. He's now actually going toe-to-toe with seasoned warriors, the ones who've passed the spirit disaster. That's a huge power jump that really shakes things up. Pretty incredible, right? But yeah, growing that fast, it kind of puts a massive target on his back, especially from the top-ranked strategist, this guy Qian. Second, Qian hasn't just been sitting around. Oh no, he's been busy building this powerhouse alliance. He's pulled in some heavy hitters like Tian's Heaven Realm Academy and Wang Jing's 10,000 Beast Academy. And get this, a lot of these allies have some serious ancient powers backing them up. So Qian's faction, they're looking dominant, maybe even aiming to control who gets into the finals. Finally, Chen isn't just taking this lying down. He's got a bold plan, calls it removing their fangs. Kind of tells you everything, doesn't it? He's not just grabbing points, he's actively going after Qian's allies, aiming to weaken that whole alliance from the inside out. And it kicks off dramatically. Chen shows up in the ancient desert continent just as Tian's group is ambushing another team for points. Talk about timing. Chen has now made his move, and the true war against Qian's formidable alliance has just begun.
This is the brief on Chen's power play. So today we're diving right into a really intense moment from the Great Ruler. Picture this. Chen steps onto this seriously dangerous battlefield, right? And bam, it kicks off this huge confrontation. And it's not just about cool powers, It's going to totally shake up alliances and really push everyone to their limits. Okay, so first up, you get this totally shocking intervention. When King Qian, who's like a top-tier warrior, just appears out of nowhere. She's got this golden spear and, boom, instantly takes down Zhou Ya. Her sighting with Chen, it leaves Tian and all his buddies completely stunned. It really flips the power script. Second, things get wild with some incredible artifacts and techniques popping up. Chen brings out the black tortoise seal. It's a quasi-heavenly artifact, so like super rare, super potent stuff from the Divine Palace branch. It throws up this impenetrable green shield, just shrugging off attacks from dozens of these really tough Spirit Disaster Stage 1 experts. But Qian fires back, activating his inherited white bone god body skill, massively boosting his own power. And finally, it all builds to this epic test of raw strength. Chen basically dares Qian to ditch his powerful backer, Qian. Both guys are gearing up to use their ultimate body enhancement moves, Chen's lightning god physique versus Qian's white bone god body. Talk about a clash. This whole intense power struggle just sets the stage for a massive battle of skill, strategy, and these almost godlike artifacts. This is the brief on the battle of Chen and Tian. So picture this. We're diving into a really key moment from the Great Ruler saga. It's during this big competition, right? The quadrennial gathering. And you've got these two major powerhouses clashing, which, sets up a lot for what happens later. First off, you see Chen just unleash some incredible power. He's got this thing called the lightning god body, and it's so intense it's actually like warping space around him. Then, with just a flick of his finger, he completely shatters Tian's white bone god body. And that defense, people thought it was unbreakable. It really showed just how strong Chen had become. Second, let's talk about Tian. Now, he's no pushover, coming from the big deal ancient sect. His whole white bone god body defense let him fight people way stronger than his official level. He was super confident. Really sure nobody could crack that defense, because, well, it had held up so well before. Finally, after winning, Chen shows he's smart, not just strong. He immediately takes half of Tian's points, a huge boost to his own score in the gathering. Then, he helps out other groups that Tian's followers had bullied, getting them their points back too. It was a really clever move that pushed him way up in the rankings. So yeah, Chen's victory here wasn't just about winning a fight. It cemented his reputation, showing everyone his massive power and his strategic smarts.
This is the brief on the Great Ruler.
Episode 154. Okay, so today we're diving into The Great Ruler, Episode 154. It throws us right into this huge conflict, the five-party war between powerful academies. And our main guy, Chen, he makes some strategic moves that totally change the game. First off, Chen shows some really unconventional leadership. After a big win, he doesn't just keep all the rewards. Nope. He shares points from the 100 Seal Monument. That's the big power ranking system, with weaker allies, like Lin Yu's team. It's a bold play. Then he confronts this tough rival, Tian. But instead of just defeating him, Chen uses a special seal from the eternal immortal scripture to basically just seal Tian's spiritual energy, reduces him to physical strength. That really shook up the top ranks. Second, the tension with the #1 ranked guy, Qian, gets kind of interesting. Chen's group keeps winning, right? Climbing up to 10th place. But Qian, who's known for being aggressive, surprisingly holds back. Chen figures it out, though. Qian's worried a fight with Chen and his allies would leave him too weak to handle other threats in the war. Calculated move. Finally, the whole dynamic of the war shifts, putting Chen's home academy, Beichang, right in the spotlight. Suddenly, they have two groups in the top 16, with Shen Changsheng's team joining the ranks. That makes Beichang the only academy like that. But Chen sees Qian's plan. He's aiming a swift strike at Chen Changsheng's group, not Chen's directly. Chen's smart tactics and these power struggles, yeah, they're definitely setting up a really intense end of the five-party war.
This is the brief on the Great Ruler, Qian's ambitious trap. Okay, so you know that big five-faction competition storyline in The Great Ruler? Things are really heating up. Two heavy hitters, Chen and Qian, are headed straight for each other. And Qian, he's cooked up a pretty nasty plan to get the edge. So first off, Qian, the top-ranked, super cunning guy, has laid this calculated trap. He's nabbed the Beichang Academy team, Shen Shangseng, Li Qiantong, and the others, specifically as bait. Yeah, it's basically payback for Chen messing with his allies. Really shows you how meticulous and, frankly, ruthless Qian is. Now, second, Chen, he totally sees this coming, knows it's an ambush. But, get this, despite huge risks like potentially losing big time, he decides to go for it. Why? Loyalty. He's making this daring dash to rescue the Beichang crew. It really highlights his confidence and sheer determination, even when things look bad. And finally, that Beichang Academy group. They're in a really tight spot. I mean, they're good, top 16 good, but Qian, just way too powerful. He shuts down their escape attempts, even tries turning them against Chen. But Shen Changsang and his team, holding strong, resisting like crazy. They're just trying to buy Chen time, showing serious loyalty against impossible odds. So yeah, the stage is set for one heck of a showdown, with Chen racing the clock to counter Qian's whole scheme.